Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Lord Ann. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by doing something Disney related, of course. And whether it's still theme parks, movies, programs, something, I guess you can say. So, of course, it's going to be, as you can tell from the title of the video, is a princess themed thing again, I know. To be more specific, it's like a response to this article claiming that it's Frozen is one of the most Christian themed film that they have done. Are you kidding me? I have to disagree with that. Of course, they're obviously referring to the first film, yeah, that they made. Yeah, but that's the thing, folks. I have to completely and utterly disagree with that person who made the article. Not that I'm trying to be disrespectful or anything, but why does every single movie in the entire world have to be related to religion? That's boring. That's really boring. And when you think about it, cinema should have a variety of different types of stories, of course. And cinema can be a powerful thing. And if done correctly, you can reach as many people as you can. It doesn't have to be just one kind of a thing. And right then and there, it says that Disney avoided mixing religion and film. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because this took me not very long. This took me an instant to debunk right when I just read that. I mean, I can give you a few examples, I mean, if you want. I mean, they did it before, I mean, quite a few times actually. I'm not gonna bring up every single one, of course, but still, like the one that comes to mind is this one. This had something to do with church, of course. Yeah, Pollyanna was a good one actually, and you can actually see it in Disney Plus if you want. Which I do recommend, by the way. But or Snow White did the whole prayer thing for one little scene, and then this movie had the pastor guy as the villain. So there's that, and also Tangled was viewed as an allegory for the gospel, as in the Bible. And then not only that one, this one as well. When somebody's life gets spared, that was viewed as making a reference to the one commandment, "Thou shalt not kill." So yeah, that those movies are what came to mind. I mean, there are others, of course, that had some all these implied in the religious faith in the films. There are others, there's plenty of others. I just use those as an example of what I'm talking about. Oh boy, I mean, really. Well, hate to break it to you, Frozen is not a Christian movie whatsoever, despite what I just said then and there, folks. So yeah, this article again, I just completely disagree with the individual I stated, of course. Yeah, trying to have make this such a claim. This claim was brought to you by so- this Southern Baptist University professor in Texas, suggesting that the animated film was that was actually doing well in the box office. I mean, it was nominated for 2 awards. Had to be one of the most Christian films he had ever seen. And the thing is that, in fact, he said it was actually uh, a, a great allegory for the Christian gospel and whatnot. Of course, so I want to say, of course, really suggesting that it was heavily on the undertones of the Christian faith and whatnot. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that okay, again, I disagree with every word that the individuals were saying because honestly, I didn't see that whatsoever. And then on top of that, I don't believe that every single good movie has to be Christian related. And I mean, you seriously think every good movie out there needs to be related to your faith in order to be good? That just no, that's just completely disagree with that. Of course, I can't say you can't make religious themed animated movies if you want to. I'm not gonna stop you or anything if you want. However, that doesn't mean this movie has to be about religion at all. I don't think it should be. If I'm gonna be honest here, folks. The further away from religion this movie is, the better. Um, and yeah, I know that right there can piss off some people. I already know. Some people will be mad in the comment section of this video. I don't really see that coming. And I'm not saying that's just to piss people off. No, no, no. And so yeah, I just don't think it has to be like that. There's a number of different ways in which you can tell the story. What I'm saying is variety. There'd be a lack of variety if it's just Christian related. So no. So yeah. But anyway, here's the thing though. I was going to mention a moment ago. Yeah, this individual is saying it's the most Christian film ever. However, and according to this guy over here, this moron is claiming that Frozen is the exact opposite. It's anti-Christian.
Man, how many children are taken into these things, and how many Christians are taking their kids off to see the movie Frozen, produced by an organization that is probably one of the strongest, most pro-homosexual organizations in the country. You wonder sometimes, I'm not a tinfoil hat conspiratorialist, but you wonder sometimes if maybe there's something very evil happening here, Steve.
It makes you wonder.
It makes you wonder, yeah. I mean, if I was the devil, what would I do to really foul up an entire social system and do something really, really, really evil to 5 and 6 and 7 year olds and Christian families around America?
I think I would make a movie.
I would buy Disney.
Yeah.
If I was the devil, I would buy Disney in 1984.
Yeah. And
that's what I would have done.
And then you start making all these nice little movies that just throw little things in there that make sin look enticing. And in fact, some of the worst of sins, make it look enticing, or at least to start to indoctrinate slowly. Turn the heat up on the frog in the pan.
Friends, this is evil. Just evil. I wonder if people are thinking, I think this cute little movie is going to indoctrinate my 5-year-old to be a lesbian or treat homosexuality or bestiality in a light sort of way. I wonder if the average parent going to see Frozen is thinking that way. I wonder if they're just walking in and saying, yeah, let's get my 5-year-old and 7-year-old indoctrinated early. Steve, they're not.
No.
I think for the most part, they're oblivious. And yet maybe they do pick up on pieces of it, but they just don't get up and walk out.
See what I mean, folks? Yeah, of course, everything he said is wrong and homophobic. But point being is that contradicts what this article is saying. There's a conflict in opinion when it comes to the Christian faith. So, I mean, okay, the article was not the only... Whoever wrote the article was not the only person to say that Frozen was the most Christian thing ever made or whatever. I mean, there were a few people who said that, sure. But why others have a negative opinion, like I saw with Kevin Swanson. So, yeah, that seems to be a thing here, folks. There's a conflict in opinion, which contradicts each other and whatnot. So, yeah, and that's the thing, folks. Of course, it just seems weird that this kind of thing made a thing here for some reason or whatnot. I don't know why this needs to exist or whatever. But in the article, it goes on to further explain that, the children need to hear that sometimes the act of love has to come from the person who has been wronged. Referring to Jesus Christ and whatnot. Because in the article, in the pastor and whatnot, basically says that Jesus Christ had came to us, and he's wounded for the transgressions and whatnot, even though mankind has turned its back to on him and God and whatnot, and to explain that God has not given up on the whole idea and whatnot. On it, of course, it was later on keeps going on and on, of course, and whatnot. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Trying to imply that the story itself, even though the film is not explicitly saying that, talking about Jesus, Virgin Mary, and all that. The film isn't bringing it up, but the individual son claimed that it's the situations themselves that's been used to reflect on the faith and whatnot to explain that it's been heavily influenced by the Bible itself, which again I don't see it like at all. Of course, of course the individuals making a reference to the relationship that the two sisters, Princess Anna and the Queen Elsa. You know how their relationship has been strained over the years, those tough situations, of course, and whatnot. And of course, Anna wants to do her best to basically make sure that the Queen is protected. Of course, those things, even though the entire kingdom of Arendelle is in danger, but Princess Anna wants to help out Elsa anyway, nonetheless. Apparently, that in itself was supposed to be based upon the Christian value, of course. Apparently, like a reference to what Jesus would do to humanity and whatnot, to help humanity out no matter what and whatnot. Oh, people are just misguided, blah 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 blah. It's not their fault for not knowing about certain things or whatever. And the whole act of forgiveness, of course, and all that jazz. So yeah, I don't think that's in here, folks. I really don't think that's in here whatsoever. And but when in the article it went forth to say that Christian families can use the film Frozen to talk about their kids, ultimately about honesty, self-sacrifice, sacrificial love, and whatnot. This kind of a thing. They can just peel back the layers a little bit at a time and just have conversations about this kind of a thing. If you ask me, this just comes off like the individual wants it to be about Frozen. Have Frozen be about, the Christian faith. Just because you think that's what it's about, does not mean it is about whatsoever. No. So in some ways, when you think about this, it eliminates potential viewers. If you ask me, because not every Disney fan is Christian. No Catholic, nor Indian. Not even a Jehovah's Witness and whatnot. But having a Jehovah's Witnesses watch a Disney film doesn't seem likely for a number of reasons. But okay, that's like a whole other thing right there. But point being is that not every newsflash for you, not every single Disney fan out there is religious. I mean, yes, there might be some religious folks who maybe believe in God, but they don't believe in the Bible, or maybe individuals who believe in God and the Bible, but they're questioning their faith, of course, wondering if God is really real or not. What about those people? In a lot of ways, you just put, like I said, you're potentially alienating a lot of individuals from seeing this movie. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense, market wise. There's plenty of people who are not of the Christian faith. A lot of people out there who who basically don't believe in in the Bible what at all whatsoever. No sorry. So yeah, I don't get it. Just really doesn't get it at all whatsoever. But in the trying to say that there's some gospel stuff going on in throughout the entire movie, and well, the good guys might must fight off the bad guys, and what faith in something larger than yourself can prevail in many cases and whatnot. And trying to say that this somehow is a reflection of the biblical truth and whatnot, which again I don't see that. I don't see that whatsoever. So yeah, folks, it's just I don't know. It seems kind of bizarre to me that people would put things like this into it. I guess you would say. So yeah, I don't mind if Disney has diversity in movies, stories, or whatever else you can say. That's fine to have diversity, but but yeah, I guess if it's done in a good way, it's fine. I mean, it's not that I'm not trying to sound nonsensical here and whatnot. I'm not trying to not come off negative. I don't mind being positive. I'm not trying to be like really, really negative on like everything. I know that's weird for me to say that. I'm always complaining about something, so I know that seems a little weird for me to say that. But yeah, it's just something I thought that, it's not about, you know, any religion. There's no influence on religion whatsoever. Though in the song and Let It Go from Elsa, there's a bit of lyrics said in a heaven is mentioned and Let It Go, sure, but despite that one part, that one lyric, the Let It Go, like I said, Let It Go does mention the word heaven, but that's about it. That's as far as it went. That's not enough to say that the movie is and it's about Christianity. That's because that's way too vague, way too vague. And I mean, of course, there's another whole idea helping strangers and whatnot, but even that's not enough. Well, folks, like I said, I don't want to. Okay, this video is very lengthy as enough, I guess. But anyway, I just throw my 2 cents up in there. Obviously, just throw my 2 cents up in here and whatnot. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.